My name is Alison Banton and my business is Brooke Shoals Fragrances. We're based in Greystones in County Wicklow and we make natural wax scented candles and organic body products.
This collection here will be the citrus and wood collection, so I think smell that one. That one's very nice. That's grapefruit and lemon.
We're stocked now in almost 50 different stockists nationwide and all our products are manufactured in Ireland. We're also really pleased that we're stocked on all the Aer Lingus flights in the in-flight shopping catalogue. This is a selection of some of our products here. We divide our candles into fragrance collections, like this would be the floral fragrance collection, for example, and this is the citrus and woods fragrance collection. This, one of our fragrances is green fig and vetiver, which is a mix of fruit and vetiver is a wood, and that will be a lovely background fragrance in a sitting room. Another fragrance here, which is grapefruit and lemongrass, is a very invigorating fragrance, and that's lovely in a kitchen, very good for getting rid of cooking smells, things like that. This is also our body product collection here, which is organic body cream, organic hand cream and organic body wash. I always knew that I wanted to be my own boss and create my own brand. I worked for many years as a marketing manager in financial services for AIB and for Irish Life, but I was never passionate about the products that I was selling. So I knew that when I created my own brand, it had to be marketing products that I was really passionate about. And I always had an interest in fragrance since I was a young kid, and I would play with petals in my great aunt's rose garden. So I spent time in Grasse in the south of France and went to the Grasse Institute of Perfumery and studied fragrance creation so that I could develop very complex fragrance blends for my own products back here in Ireland.
Every so often I like to take a morning out and just work on some new fragrance blends for the body product range. So what I do is I get out all my essential oils, because these are the building blocks of the fragrance basically. Different oils, citrus based oils like grapefruit, like lemon, like bitter orange, floral oils like rose geranium, ylang ylang, neroli, and I'll have a basic recipe in my mind that I want to work to, but I let creativity take over and I just try different things. It's a lot of trial and error, but I would be writing down my recipes as I go along so that I can replicate them again, because this is just the prototyping stage. After this stage, they'd go to proper laboratory conditions to be produced to all EU regulations and certification. So I've created a bit of a blend here that I'm looking at. It's something that we're thinking of putting into production next year, a new fragrance for our body product range, and it's a floral based fragrance with some very light citrus notes in it as well. And what we'll do is, after I've created it, I'll keep testing it in the base of our body product until basically I get something that I'm really pleased with, and then we'll put that into proper testing. So I think that's coming along very nicely. I think that's going to work very well in contrast to our current body product range, which is a very zesty, very invigorating fragrance. So this floral fragrance will sit in very nicely within the range.
The other one that makes a nice little gift is the 2-pack.
Yeah.
I love running my own business and being my own boss because I like the flexibility. I like to be able to work 18 hours in a row if I want to do it, or take an afternoon off if I want to do that. I love the diversity. I love the variety of what I do. I like the fact that I don't come in and do the same thing every day, that I'm involved in so many different areas and aspects of the business. So it's the diversity and the flexibility. That's what really appealed to me. Well, what I find is quite challenging is keeping myself strategic, keeping myself looking at the bigger picture and how I move the business along. It's very easy to get bogged down in the day-to-day, in the operational stuff, in the production side. But I also need to balance that out with looking at, is what I'm doing today, is that going to move the business along in the long term? Or is it just solving a particular problem that we're having today? And while that is very important, keeping an eye on the overview of the business and how the business is growing and how it's expanding and how it's moving along, the strategic side of the business, that's what it's important to focus on as much as possible.
There's your gift. That's great.
If someone was thinking of starting their own business, I'd tell them to think long and hard about it. It's not a decision to be taken lightly. It's 24/7. It's very demanding. You really can't switch off from it. And if you have employees, you've got the responsibility of other people's livelihoods as well. So, it's not for the faint-hearted. But on the flip side, if it's doing well, it's really rewarding, it's really exciting. And if you start a business now in a recession and it works, you're going to be really well positioned to be in a very strong place when the economy picks up. The future for Brooke Shoals fragrances is to continue growing. Next year, 2013, we're going to start looking at export markets and really focus all our energy and our sales on export markets. We'll continue to grow the domestic market, but where we feel that the real opportunity is overseas. And I also hope to grow my existing employee numbers from 4 up to 10 over the next few years.